What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be taking you guys through a full day in the life of a fitness influencer slash coach. So I'm going to be taking you guys through everything. I'm not going to be doing anything especially flashy today, so there's going to be a lot of work. The Young LA Black Friday drop came in yesterday, so I have a lot of unpackaging to do. It's 6 o'clock right now. I just rolled out of bed, had a cold shower just to wake me up, freshen the mind. And one thing I also try to do is drink a crap ton of water in the morning right after you wake up, because you're seriously dehydrated when you wake up in the morning. So I take my cold shower to wake myself up, and then it's straight to hydration. Now, I get asked a lot what my hair routine is. It's super simple. I've been doing it since high school. You use Axe Messy Flexible Paste. This right here, that is what gives my hair like the curls. And I just wet my hands a little bit, put some on, and then just run it through my hair after wetting my hair. And that's it. It's very simple. One thing I've also been doing every single morning is I've been using minoxidil. So this is a hair regrowth treatment, but I've been using it on my face because there's very good progress when it comes to growing a beard if you use it regularly. And so I want to grow out my beard, and I've always had terrible facial hair. So I decided that this winter would be the winter of the Viking beard. So hopefully, I've been using it for a couple weeks now. Hopefully in a couple months, I will have a pretty thick, nice looking beard. It already looks a little bit better than it did when I first started, but hopefully it will continue to progress. So I currently try to keep things as simple as I possibly can for my breakfast. So I usually eat 3 different meats. I have one salmon patty. So one of these, it's already cooked because I cook all my meat for the week at once. And then I'll have like 3 to 4 ounces of 90-10 ground beef with 4 slices of this extra lean Kirkland ham. And so that's 20 grams of protein, 20 grams of protein, 20 grams of protein. So 60 grams of protein to start off the morning. Super easy to fix. Don't need to actually cook anything, so I can get right into the work that needs to be done for the day. And there is breakfast. It's always a good idea to start out your day with a crap ton of protein, so then you're not left playing catch up the rest of the day. Because, if you start out with a super carb heavy breakfast, you're gonna struggle to get in, 270 grams of protein, which is what I'm ultimately trying to get. As you may be able to tell, I like to try to get a little bit dressed up for work, even though I work from home and I do coaching from my house most of the day. I just think that it helps me kind of get into the mental state of like deep work and trying to be as productive as possible. So I'm gonna go ahead, unpackage a little bit more of this Young LA stuff just to kind of clean things up, make my bed, and then get started on work for the day. So for this Black Friday drop this month, I actually got $800 of credit to spend. Usually it's only like $400 per month. But this month, just because they had so many different things dropping, they, bumped the credit up to $800. And honestly, I'm not even sure if I don't really have space for a lot of this stuff in my closet. So what I end up having to do is clear out a ton of my old clothes that I don't really wear too much anymore. Even if I may like them, after being with Young LA for like 2 years now, I just have so many clothes. It's a very good problem to have, though. All right, so now that I've got pretty much everything in order, I'd just like to go through what I'm doing for the day. So I've got 2 personal training appointments later today, so that's probably when I'll hit my workout. But other than that, from basically now until I leave around 4 o'clock for my appointment, it's pretty much all going to be content creation and doing the coaching side of things. I have quite a few coaching calls this morning to talk with clients, and I just remembered I've got a little bit more laundry to do. And then before I get work started for the day, I actually like to do a little prayer session. I've been doing this for about 4 months or so now. I try to pray 3 times on my knees. I originally started doing this because I read the book of Daniel, and it talks about how he would pray towards Jerusalem 3 times per day when he was in Babylon, and that's ultimately what ended up getting him thrown into the lion's den. And I just felt like a real conviction, being somebody that really struggles to pray throughout the day. I just decided that I wanted to take up a very consistent routine of praying consistently and praying the same things just throughout the day, so that I could have a little bit more intimate time with God before I start my work, and asking him to bless my day and bless my life, while also thanking him for just life in general. So yeah, I like to do this for 3 minutes before I get started on my coaching. So I just got off the phone with one of my clients. His name is Amin, and he's from Italy. And we've been working together for about a year now, and he started out with me weighing around 214 pounds, and now he is right down at 160 pounds. So that is 53 plus pounds of fat lost within the year. He is stronger. He is also, I'll try to throw up a picture of him. Like, he is stronger, and he has a lot more muscle than when he started, which is just crazy. So it is so cool to be able to work with these guys and watch them go from, like a physique that they are not confident in to a physique that they feel really proud to show off. Like, he's got friends telling him, like, holy crap, dude, like, what happened? You look completely different. And it's really crazy to watch people really transform their lives. And as much as people hate to admit it, when you lose a lot of weight like that, when you get in shape, people do treat you differently. Like, they do treat you with more respect, and they take you more seriously. And that's just the truth of the matter. But yeah, if you guys are interested in coaching at all, be sure to head to brandonclarkfitness.com and submit an application. I can't work with everybody, but it is definitely fun, the people who I do get to work with, and it's definitely a pleasure to watch these guys transform their bodies. All right, you guys, so I've been working for the past couple hours. It is now 10:30. I think I've got 2 more calls. One of them is right at the time that I usually eat lunch, so I'll have to eat lunch a little bit earlier. But as of right now, I'm going to go ahead and film just a little bit of short content, like for my Instagram and for my TikTok, and then I'm going to edit it myself, and then I'll be posting it hopefully later today if everything goes to schedule. And then I also have a group call with all of my coaching clients this afternoon. That is something that I provide to all of my clients, is group calls as well as one-on-one personal calls. And so that will be going on. But I'm going to go ahead and film this video, and then I'm going to edit it. All right, so it is currently 11 o'clock, and I am going to go ahead and eat my second meal of the day. Usually I wouldn't eat it for a little bit later, but like I said, I've got a couple of calls this afternoon, so I'm going to bump it up a little bit earlier. I'm going to be making 2 burritos, and then I'm also going to be making a little bit of rice and having a protein bar as well. If you've watched any of my videos before, you'll know that I pretty much eat the same exact thing every single day. So I don't even bother tracking it on MyFitnessPal anymore, because I know exactly what I'm eating every single day. So there's no real reason for me to track and relog the same exact thing day after day after day. So I'm going to go ahead and do 6 ounces of this 90-10 lean ground beef. Put that in 2 burritos, throw some salsa on there, and then some greens on top as well. I also eat 2 apples a day just to kind of help with digestion. It's the easiest fruit for me to eat. And that right there is what lunch is looking like. So it's about 2 o'clock. I've been working pretty much the entire day up until this point. I just got off a group call with a bunch of my clients. And now I'm gonna go ahead and pray again. So this is the second time I'm gonna pray throughout the day. And then right after that, I'm gonna go and I'm going to eat my third meal of the day, which is just gonna be a bowl of oatmeal with some protein powder. I'm wearing the new Young LA drop, and I'll probably give you guys a little bit more of a walkthrough of all of these pieces later in the video, but this is super, super nice. I am looking forward to this Black Friday drop. It is going to be absolutely ridiculous. All right, so the meal that I've got cooked up right here, this is going to be my pre-workout meal, but I'm not going to be training for another like 2 to 3 hours or so, but I've got like 100 grams of oats and 1 scoop of the Skippy Rise protein powder. I've been loving the peanut butter lately. I just get peanut butter cravings sometimes. I go through phases. Sometimes I'll use the blueberry muffin, but the peanut butter is always a consistent staple. So code BEATON for 15% off all Rise products. Best protein powder on the market. Once you try it, you will never want to have any other protein powder on the planet. This is as good as it gets, trust me. And basically, I'm just going to go ahead and chow down on this and then go back to work for a little while. And then I'll probably head out for my first personal training appointment to the gym right around 4 o'clock. I'll be working out from about 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock. And then I have my last personal training appointment of the day going from 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock. After that, I'll come home and I'll probably eat dinner. Sometimes I will get free Chipotle for dinner because my sister actually works there. And so when she's there, she can actually get me like a free bowl. And sometimes that works out for dinner. Sometimes it doesn't, and if not, I will be sure to let you guys know what ends up happening as far as that goes. But right now, I am going to chow down on this deliciousness. You know, I will be 100% honest with you guys. I have been having a little bit of a rough day today. I haven't been as productive as I would have liked to be. I always get sick after I go to the Olympia. I try to go to the Olympia every single year, and I just got back on Sunday night. And it's a Tuesday now. And so I got a cough while I was there, and now I've got a little bit of a sore throat. So I can just tell I'm a little bit off. Brain's a little bit foggy, not feeling too hot, still gonna hit a workout today. But, you know, it's sometimes just good to remind yourself like, hey, you know, today might not be the best day. Tomorrow's gonna be a little bit better. So it's just something you gotta keep in mind. By the way, if you're wondering what that massive stack of cardboard is behind me, those are actually the cardboard boxes which we burn cardboard like in our wood furnace because it makes a really good like fire starter. So that is why all of those boxes are in the living room. I understand it looks kind of trashy in the background, but there is a purpose for it, trust me. You know, it's kind of funny. So I sit here working all day, and I used to have this little Challenger, you know, sitting here on my desk while I'm working all day. But now I've got the Porsche GT3 RS sitting here. And if you've watched any of my other videos, you'll know that I was actually able to buy a Hellcat 2020 Red Eye in cash, paid in cash. And now, ultimately, this is kind of the next car that I would like to buy. You know, this one's sitting out in the garage right now, but it's kind of cool to just kind of have, you know, your dream cars just sitting right in front of you, so you know kind of what you're working towards, and you know some of the materialistic things that you'll hopefully be able to achieve in the future if you continue on your path. You keep your head down and you continue working. I think so many people just get lost in trying to be motivated all the time that they forget that discipline and implementing habits is 100% the key to success. If you want to be successful, if you want to make progress in your life, financially, spiritually, mentally, physically, in all of these aspects, there are certain habits that you need to implement. If you want to be jacked, implement the habits of a muscular man. If you want to be financially successful, implement the habits of a financially successful man. There are solid, tangible things that you can do every single day. And if you aren't doing those habits, then you have no reason to be complaining like, oh, I don't know why I can't get there. Like, this person is there. This person, got lucky. They didn't get lucky. Like, they had a certain ritual in place that was able to get them from point A to point B. Like, there are plenty of people out there that you do not see the work that they do behind closed doors. Like, that work is what got them to where they are now. And the truth is, if you implemented the types of habits that they have, you would probably have a very, very similar result. A lot of people think that it has to do with luck and that it has to do with the luck of the draw. That's just simply not the case. Implement the habits, and then you can complain after you've implemented the habits for years on end. Because I'm telling you right now, you will be successful in pretty much whatever area of your life you want to be successful in, as long as you are implementing the correct habits and staying consistent and disciplined with them. It is almost impossible to fail. In fact, you will never fail, because failure is giving up. And as long as you never give up, you are going to achieve success. All right, headed to the gym. It's a pretty nice day today, so I'm going to be, it's actually not a very nice day, but a nice day meaning no snow on the roads. So I'm actually going to be taking the Hellcat today. So we're going to get her out of the garage, take her for a little bit of a spin. That cold start is so freaking loud. Oh my gosh. Now, I don't know exactly what type of music you guys listen to when you work out, but my music taste is ridiculously sporadic. Like, sometimes I'll be listening to EDM while I work out. Sometimes it'll be hard rock. And then even other times it'll be like 80s music or screamo. You just never really know. Hard rap, you never really know what you're going to get. And today's going to be one of those days. It's just going to be a mixture of everything. Before every chest workout, I like to test how many reps I can get with 225. So we're gonna see how many. The most I've ever gotten was 24. Right now I've been like in the 20 rep range or so. Rising. I think that was 20. I hope. My strength fluctuates the most on bench press by far. Like, when I lose 10 pounds, my bench press will decrease so fast. My squat, my deadlifts, pretty much everything else will stay the same, except for bench. It'll tank. Woo! Damn! That was a grinder. Oh. You know, one thing that I have learned that's been really helpful from all of the scientific literature that's come out over the past couple of years when it comes to hypertrophy is just the rate at which a muscle will recover. Like, there's a really pretty graph. I'll put it up on like the side of the screen, but it basically shows how some body parts just recover a lot quicker than others. And I used to spend like 2 hours hitting my chest. I would do like 8 different exercises every single workout, like 3 sets per exercise. It was just way too much. And ever since I saw that chart, I was like, oh my goodness, your chest doesn't recover very quickly compared to everything else. It's actually like the slowest muscle group to recover. So it really doesn't need that much volume. And ever since then, I've been sticking to like 4 or so exercises. I'll do 2 to 3 sets per exercise. And my elbows have thanked me a lot. My shoulders have thanked me a lot. So sometimes doing more is not always better. All right, here we go. Oh. Woo-hoo. But if you're gonna do low sets, you gotta make sure they look like that. Gotta make sure you're getting the most mechanical tension that you possibly can out of every single one. Because if you're going in and you're just doing, you know, 6 to 8 sets per muscle group, but you're not training to failure, I mean, yeah, you're not doing a whole lot at that point. In that case, it would probably be a lot better to do like 16 to 20 sets. Alright, you guys, just finished up the workout. Not gonna lie, I'm feeling pretty beat, so I'm gonna take a shower, cook some dinner, try to relax a little bit. This is usually the most relaxing time of my day. And I finished up the last personal training appointment. It's like 8:20 right now. So I got to cook up some dinner, have a rather large meal before I go to bed. And hopefully that digests well. I try not to have it after 9 o'clock so that I'm not kept awake by just a massive meal trying to digest. So, all right, you guys. So it's time for some dinner. Finished up the shower. Check the fit. So these right here, these are the new Immortal Killer joggers. So dropping Black Friday on the 21st. The design on these things is awesome. I'm wearing an extra large, 6'1", 220 pounds right now. And these right here are the Cloud9 hoodies. I absolutely love like everything that is dropping. There are so many cool pieces. It is going to be very difficult for you guys to choose what you guys want to cop and what just to leave, because there's like 30 different articles of clothing. It's ridiculous. All right, so for post-workout meal, aka dinner, we are going to be cooking up some shrimp with some steak, courtesy of Flex Pro Meals. We got the sirloin steak, and we got the shrimp scampi. So I'm gonna open these up, throw them in the pan. I like to cook them together because the shrimp has like a little bit of butter on there, and it tastes pretty good when it gets mixed up with the steak. They cook pretty well together. So let's take a look at this. So this meal is probably gonna be like 100+ grams of protein, easily. It's got to be quite a bit. I'm shooting for like 280 to 290 grams of protein per day. So, I mean, if you want to get those types of numbers in, sometimes, you gotta have a meal that's, well above 100 grams of protein. Because you're eating, in the rest of your meals, you're eating what a normal person would, eat. Oh, all right. So there we go. We got the shrimp. We got the steak. And now we're going to cook it up. As far as seasonings go, I keep it pretty simple. We're going to do taco seasoning on the steak and the shrimp with just a little bit of garlic. And that is how I like it. Keep it nice and simple. All right, you guys. So last meal of the day is the sirloin steak cooked up with the shrimp. Got a mess of rice right next to it. I'm also going to be eating some carrots just for fiber to help with digestion throughout the whole process while I am eating. But this looks absolutely delicious. Looking forward to it as usual. I'll be honest, I felt a little bit nauseous while I was training in the gym just because I do have a little bit of a head cold, and I could just tell my body wasn't performing at optimum capacity. So I wasn't hungry then, but the appetite is starting to kick up now, which is nice. So I'm going to eat this with some rice, and then I'll probably also have a bowl of yogurt before I go to bed. Non-fat Greek yogurt that's high in protein, just to really cap that protein off for the day. But I am going to destroy this, so cheers.